hiking from Curry Village to a shuttle because we don't want to walk before we have to do a lot of walking. And then we're gonna take the shuttle to Mammoth.
Yeah.
We are about to start Cottonwood Trail Pass.
Starting
That's
the GMT.
our backdoor access into the JMT.
Of course.
Anyways, we'll see you guys there. Bye. This is the start. Yeah! Hopefully we'll look like this at the end too. Also, highly recommended and necessary Doritos for the trip. So we're hiking up Cottonwood Pass. We're not quite there. We have to get to Chicken Spring Lake.
Spring Lake.
And then we'll get over the pass and then downhill. Our first day is 13 miles. To Rock Creek, which is our determined campsite for night number 1. All right, see you over there. We're coming up over Cottonwood Pass. There's our starting view down there. There's our Sauser de la Vera over here. And here we go. Let's show you what's on the other side. Well, it's a very gentle slope down. This is the pass. It's a pretty easy climb actually. And we're heading into Chicken Spring Lake. We made it to Chicken Spring Lake. Just here to get some water and a snack, and we'll keep on trucking. There's no chickens, but there's ducks. Ducks. Should be called Duck Spring Lake. Just sitting here, enjoying our Doritos. This is the carrot on a stick for me.
Yeah.
We're officially on the PCT.
off our skate. So, just do one. Turn anybody?
Alrighty.
Ta-da!
Crabtree Meadow. Okay, then I'm done. That took more energy than I should have expected. It's official. We're on the JMT now. These miles count. Yay!
Finally.
So we started our day behind that ridge and climbed all of this. This looks flat, but it's absolutely not flat. And climbed all the way up here. And it's been a slog, but it's beautiful. And Whitney is back there. And when we did the High Sierra Trail, we went around this direction and into the cirque. We're skipping that because we already did that. Our first sign of the John Muir Trail. Yay! It's our campsite for night number 2. Right, not too far from Tyndall Creek. Good morning from day number 3. It's 6 a.m. and we got up 4:30 and we are climbing to go over Forester Pass, which sits at above 13,000 feet, and that's the highest point along the not only the JMT but the PCT. And so here we go. Our campsite was down there. We just started heading out. There were some really gorgeous stars out this morning when we woke up. And even though the moon was still a bit of a sliver at 11,000 feet, our campsite made it look like a flashlight in our eyes. And we could see all the stars. Cesar even caught a shooting star, and it was gorgeous. Okay, signing out.
Hey.
So from our campsite, which we left about 10 minutes ago, Forester Pass is about that way somewhere. Probably that steeple mountain. All right. It's really beautiful up here. That's our pass. It looks impassable, but it is. I remind myself that horses can do it, so can we. Honestly, how are we supposed to get up this thing? It's insanity. Congratulations!
You guys want a picture?
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you, though. Don't want to endanger anybody. Thank you. Have fun. Awesome. Oh man. Forester with a really crappy video. Yay! And here's the other side. Looks amazing. And there's our marker. Yay!
Hey, honey. We made it.
We made it! 13,200 feet. Oh, you can see for miles. It's such a cool pass. Like giddy over here. It's probably below oxygen.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Hi.
Hi, Steve. Steve.
We just climbed from those distant mountains down to Bub's Creek. It's gorgeous. But this is not our campsite. Is it?
Not yet.
We're gonna take a dip right here in Bub's Creek before we get to our campsite, which is way over there. Took a dip, and now we are, there's a grasshopper, and now we are having lunch. Ta-da! So we started our day behind those tall mountains back there, and then made our way down, I think that way, made our way down all through Bub's Creek, and now we're climbing way back up to eventually go to Glen Pass. But not today, that's tomorrow. And there's Cesar way over there. This is our setup.
Have the pump?
Yes. Because we don't like to waste air, we have a little pump that we use to blow it up.
You're lazy.
Because we're lazy. But it's very clever.
Actually, no. If you know that what we did today, we wouldn't call it.
Yeah, that's true. We're saving our oxygen for our lungs. But also this way, there's no moisture going inside our air mattresses, which tends to cause problems down the road with mildew and all that sort of stuff. We left camp and we're going past Charlotte Lake, and that is Charlotte Dome. And from this part on, this is all familiar to us because this was part of the Ray Lakes hike we did. All right. We're about to summit Glen Pass. Hello.
Here we are again, honey.
Here we are. No snow this time. And there we go, Ray Lakes. This is Upper Ray Lakes. With Painted Lady overlooking it.
Very nice. Easy, easy.
That's Fin Dome overlooking Middle Ray Lakes. And this is Arrowhead Lake. It's amazingly beautiful here. I know I keep saying that, but I can't help it. It just is. We thought this make a nice lunch spot. This is Dollar Lake. And from here on out, it's all new stuff to us until we get to Muir Pass. Yeah, here's our 5-star campsite. Hard earned. Took forever. We got here. And with this amazing view. I'm on the struggle bus, and it's going to Pinchot Pass. Heading towards Pinchot Pass. We're heading over to Mather Pass, which I believe is going to be somewhere back there. Gotta make a turn, a left turn.
Raw almond butter.
Raw cashew.
Butter.
Butter.
Made it over Pinchot Pass. There's a 6-mile climb from our campsite. Did it! Cheers! Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. There's some horses making their way down, or actually mules making their way down from Pinchot Pass. You're pretty strong! Walking here without poles.
Oh, I rode most of the way. I'm just giving his knees a break.
Oh,
okay.
that's nice. How many miles do you do typically?
This run is about 60 miles a day.
Wow.
Whoa.
You guys are all impressive. Sometimes it's pretty awesome to look back and see what you've done. So today, around noon, we were right up there. That's Pinchot Pass. And right now, it's about 4 p.m. Kind of crazy. 4 hours of hiking. Pretty awesome. So we found a tent spot about a mile away from Mather Pass. That was the valley we came out of. And in the distance, way over there, is Pinchot Pass that we crossed over. And when we say we're a mile away from the pass, there's the pass right there. So, setting us up for success. We would have cowboy camped, but there's a very slight chance of precipitation tonight, so we didn't want to take any chances. There we go. Hey! There's our pass. And the sun is about to peek out, casting its glow. Made it to the top, just in time for the sunrise. Yes, highly necessary here. And there's the rest of the trail. Mr. Pika.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Pikachu!
Cute. Why are you so cute? Just want to eat you up.
Oh.
Coming upon Palisade Lakes. So now we're at Lower Palisade Lakes. There's Upper. And right at the notch there is where we came from, Mather Pass. Right there. Apparently this is wild buckwheat. We're walking through the Garden of Eden. I'm gonna get back to get naked like Eve.
Yeah.
Doing some trail laundry. Found a chonker of a marmot here. Yeah, you heard me. Getting lots of food here. I'm going down the famous golden staircase that leads to the Palisade Lakes if you were to be going southbound. And we're going to go northbound. So we're descending them. This place is unreal. And unfortunately this little camera can't capture it in reality, but that is Palisade Creek down the bottom there. We're heading down there. place is like a jungle over here. There's some old fire burn here, but there's been lots of regeneration, so makes us think this is an older area that got burned. I love me an aspen forest. And these look like really mature ones. There are some storm clouds above us, but it's still trying to figure out if it wants to rain or not. Oh, love you, drive your trail. This is camp for night number 6. Just before Starr camp.
Helen Lake.
On our way up to Muir Pass. Not far now. Right over there in that little crotch of mountains. We made it to 100 miles! Woo! Yay! That's Cesar's watch. Mine has got another 1.5 miles, so we'll celebrate again. But we're almost at Muir Pass. That's the word. Okay, see you soon. Muir hut. We meet again. We're here at Cesar's favorite place.
Yes.
Evolution Lakes.
Lakes.
We're gonna have
Larger space.
a bit of lunch at the very tip of the lake. That tip. Just the tip.
Leg elevation is key to success on the JMT.
Yes, it is.
We're leaving Evolution Valley and heading into, following Evolution Creek down into this valley. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know the name of it. But later we'll be following it up. So that is our direction. This is camp for night number 7, I think? Losing track. Been out in the wild way too long. And this is by far my favorite campsite. There's this gorgeous river behind us. And just beautiful. Can't tell. Can't say why. Just is. Got rice and beans with Fritos tonight. Our go-to dinner, and this is our amazing campsite. Oh, views for days and gorgeous river. And his amazing husband. Good morning, day number 8. We're having our milkshake and we're walking at the same time. And this is my view. Not a bad one. We're leaving McClure Meadows campsite. Gorgeous, by the way. And it's a cold morning. That's kind of unavoidable because we're sort of in a valley near a river and leads to cold mornings. But we're warming up. We had our protein shakes and we are going towards Evolution Creek, which means we have to ford a creek. This is not one where you can use stepping stones to get over. And then we have to warm ourselves up somehow by hiking really fast after we go through this cold creek in the morning. After that, the rest of our day is just basically heading up towards Selden Pass. Okay, checking with you later. Oh, hi. Not too bad. Evolution Creek. Some years with high snowfall, this can be up to your waist. So after the river crossing, the river turns into a waterfall and falls down this beautiful ravine, and we're looking into the direction that we'll be traveling once we get all the way down to the bottom. We're going to have to make a hard right once we get to the bottom. And then we'll climb that gorge out, and that's going to follow the San Joaquin River, which we'll see in a little bit.
Well, that's not as interesting.
We just crossed over the San Joaquin River, and we're going to be following it all along.
Great. Look at this. We don't even know when it happened.
Climbing up the canyon towards Selden Pass, but we'll be sleeping at Sallie Keyes Lake tonight. This is a very different section of the JMT. It's the trail leading up to Selden Pass feels so much like Southern California. Like we're hiking through San Jacinto or Big Laguna trails. Very dry. That's really actually because there's no rivers around here. And yeah, I guess we were prepared for this all our lives. All right. Here's our favorite tree, Ponderosa pine. The bark really does smell like maple syrup or brownies, and seems to love growing in dry habitats, so I guess that's why we're seeing them here. Still going up the pass, but this place looks so much like the climb up to San Jacinto. It's insane. Down to the manzanita bushes. And we made it to Sallie Keyes Lakes. There's two of them. This is the first one. We're gonna go in between the two and camp there. That was a hard climb. But a really cool thing happened. As we were coming up the hill, we saw a guy trail named The Legend, who is famous in the trail running world and backpacker world. And we saw him as he's trying to hit the fastest known time on the John Muir Trail, which was recently obtained by Stringbean in just 3 days. So Stringbean did this whole 211-mile hike in only 3 days. And The Legend is now trying to break that record already, just a few weeks after him. So we got to see him, we said hi, we recognized him. It was kind of cool. And he was very happy. So there you go. Fun little encounter on the JMT. This is night number 8. We decided to go cowboy camping at Sallie Keyes. Selden Pass is directly behind us. Good night, y'all. So we're doing a little night hiking. Last night we slept cowboy style under the stars, no tent, and it was amazing. Beautiful stars around us, clear sky, no moon actually, a new moon, and we decided we really wanted to get to VVR tonight as opposed to tomorrow morning, where we can resupply, but more importantly, shower, eat a hot meal, and do some laundry. Basically like a town day, but not having to get off trail. Anyways, if we got up now, like at 4:30, or started walking at 4:30, we could get there in time before the last boat leaves. There's a little boat on the lake that carries the hikers over to the resort. So that's what we're going for. A 12-hour hike, starting with a night hike to cross over Selden Pass, which is ahead. Okay, enough of this nighttime video. And we made it. Top of Selden Pass, looking south. That's Heart Lake. That was a lake we passed in the dark as we were climbing up. And this is the north side of Selden Pass, looking at Marie Lakes. Absolutely gorgeous here. And so still and quiet. Just can't get enough. doing our daily foot soak ritual. And this time we also included lunch.
Finish our tortillas.
Yes, we finished our tortillas.
Tortillas.
And yeah, now we're just getting ready for the second half of our hike today to get to VVR. VVR.
VVR.
After walking about 1.8 miles from the JMT trail, we now have to go to this lake called Lake Edison to get a ferry to take us to VVR, the resort. The trouble is, you can see the boat used to pick people up way back there, but the water levels have receded so much on the lake that now we have to follow these orange buckets along the way to get picked up at the new site. Exciting and eerie. Still walking. It's a really weird situation. You're in the forests with alpine lakes and gorgeous everything, and then suddenly desertification. So kind of a shock to the system.
Crazy. Yeah, it was a nice Sunday. Let me put my hands on.
Say on the count of 3, VVR. VVR! We got to our resupply, and we have loaner clothes while we do our laundry. This is the fashion look that Cesar has chosen from the laundry bucket. And I'll show you mine in a second.
Wait.
And this is my ensemble. Pajama pants and a t-shirt. But over here it's all cool.
All right.
So it's the next morning after we checked in to VVR, and this is the view from our boathouse, quote unquote. It's one of the cabins closest to the lake, and the lake would have been right here, actually, right at where the trees are standing. Just to give you some perspective again of how much the lake waters are down. They say that it's about 20% of capacity. And this is our little cabin. It's all very cute. We were lucky to have it. They had an availability. We didn't pre-reserve it because we didn't know exactly what day we'd arrive. And this is our little unit. Look at a little kitchenette, bedroom. Sorry, all the shades are down so you can't see much that well. There's actually a second twin room. And then bathroom. It's all very simple. So people told us the servings here are huge, and they are. This is Cesar's. He ordered the lumberjack. Oh my goodness. Bon appetit! Alright. We are waiting for our ride to take us back to the boat, to take us back to the trailhead that we came from. And our trip continues up to Silver Pass today. So there's our pass, Silver Pass, and we have 2 crows that are deciding whether or not we're allowed to pass or not.
They're guarding the trail.
They are. Let's see what they do. Wow. You guys are bold. Okay, thanks. We're very, very close to summiting Silver Pass, but you can actually see the smoke billowing from the fires, the two naturally started fires in Yosemite. So we made it to Silver Pass, and that's the view from behind us, south side of it, where we came from. And this is where we're heading. This is the north side of the pass, and still there you go. That's about 80 miles away because that's how much farther we have left to go. That's in Yosemite, those smoke clouds. Thankfully over here everything is just fine. Clear skies. So we're gonna have our lunch here. And I think we picked a good spot. We're approaching our campsite, Lake Virginia. We just have to do a bit of a climb and then we'll get there tonight. Just about maybe mile and a half away from our camp. But of course, before we can get there, we have to climb out of this valley floor and ascend almost 1,000 feet of over 2 miles. So we have a little bit more to go. Right over there. Okay, see you on the other side. Still climbing. Oh, we're almost there. So that turned out to be a 1,200-foot climb at the end of a day that is about 15 plus miles for our day. But we can see Lake Virginia from the top of this mountain. And I'll try to get a closer shot. So there's Lake Virginia. Okay, we're gonna stay a little further away from it to minimize condensation on our tent wall, since we have a single wall tent. But yeah, there's some awesome sights out here, and then it'll make tomorrow's day going into Red Meadows a little easier. All right, this is camp for tonight. This is camp number 11, night number 11, right before Virginia Lake. Got some gorgeous alpenglow around here. We're kind of on the saddle of a mountain, and that's some pretty alpenglow there. But we have this whole top of the mountain to ourselves. There's nobody else here. And the lake, like I showed you earlier, is just down the way over by the sun there. So pretty much tomorrow is just all descending into Red's Meadow, where we have a room again. Living the high life on the JMT. Alright, it's about 6:30 a.m., day number 12. And this is Virginia Lake. Here's another gorgeous view of Lake Virginia. Purple Lake. We've got this gorgeous ridge walk along this mountainside, looking into the valley down there. And it's just gorgeous. The wind is perfect, so it makes it a pleasant hike. There's still some ups and downs, but nothing too terrible. Another lunch break, not lunch, snack break.
Snack break.
And foot soak. This direction leads to Duck Lake, and to the left is Duck Pass. So we're at that junction, heading into Red's Meadow today. Hello! We've done 10 miles by noon, which is a huge deal for us. And not to toot our own horn, but so we knew this would be a hard hike for a lot of reasons, but didn't really still understand how hard it was going to be. The first several days, not gonna lie, many times I wanted to quit. We set ourselves an agenda to do 15 miles a day, mainly because we both have our careers to go back to. We can't take time off the amount of time that we'd like, but we got to do what we got to do. And we thought, oh, we've done 15-mile hikes in a day, no problem, we can do it. But not back to back to back to back to every day. It's a different story, especially when you don't go home and sleep in your own bed every time. So it was really gnawing on me how difficult it was to do these first several days, and I wasn't really getting any enjoyment. The occasional view would spark some joy, but majority of the time was pretty tortuous, coupled with sleep deprivation. I just felt like, what's the point? Why are we here? Why are we doing this? And every day, after about mile 10 or 11, my body was done. But eventually, I had heard when we first started our trip going northbound, there were some southbounders that were basically finishing their trip. And thank goodness one of them had told me early on. She said, the first few days are awful. Just know that you're gonna hate it. And that was actually very helpful because it told me to just stick it out, even though many times I wanted to quit. So you have to think this is a vacation after all too. Why are we torturing ourselves? But the progress was not linear, but by day 6 things really turned around. Finally got some sleep, felt so much better. And I felt like, okay, I can see the light. It's gonna get better here. And it did. And there's still, every time around mile 15, I'm done physically and mentally. But that's more psychological, I think, at this point. Because okay, camp is coming. So your body starts to kind of shut down anyways. We've done a couple of 20-mile days out of necessity, and those are rough. But what I'm getting at is I'm not an athlete at all by any stretch of the imagination, and all of my achievements in life have been academic. So to finally see some progress physically from hard work and exercise has been kind of remarkable for me, and maybe to a lot of people that's not a big deal, but I never experienced that so much like this. I've never been on a backpacking trip long enough to see that kind of progress and to see us be able to do long stretches without a break and our bodies be fine with it. I think that's what's so cool, is that if you give yourself time and patience, which I sorely lack in most of my life, if you work it out, and you will see the benefit and the progress, and it's not all for nothing. So yeah, this has been a physical journey, mental journey, and I say that word journey. If you know me, you know how much I hate that word. But it is a journey after all. And yeah, this is why people do these long distance hikes. I've had multiple moods about it over the last several days where I say I'll never do a long distance hike again, and then in the same hour I'll say this is awesome, we should do this more. So yeah, kind of comes and goes, but that's how it is. And our mantra that's been very helpful for us is recognizing that nothing is permanent in life, and even the hardest times of your life, and even the hardest hours of your hike, you just tell yourself it's impermanent, it'll get better, nothing like this will be permanent. And that makes a huge difference, because then you just say, okay, just push through it. And it does. Every morning we feel great. It's like a rebirth. Wouldn't you say, Sazzer?
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry.
He's a man of few words. Unlike me.
I love so far everything.
Yeah. He's been my rock. I've been the moody one. Thank goodness he's been pretty steady. All right, that's it for now. Now it's lunchtime. So this is our lunch situation. We like to be in rivers. And we've got some stadium seating over here. Awesome possum. And we've arrived to Red Meadow. Gonna get a burger, a vanilla shake, and a nice room, hopefully, with a decent mattress. We're at Red Meadow having our shake, as you're supposed to. Okay, we are leaving Red's Meadow and heading to Devil's Post Pile, which is an alternate on the JMT PCT on this very cold morning. Just have 3 more nights, 4 more days of hiking before we get into Happy Isles. There are some couple of small fires that we're keeping an eye on within Yosemite. And we're trying to manage our hikes around the timing of their air quality situation. So, for example, we'll be hiking, the best time to hike in the valley of Yosemite would be in the afternoon, and the worst time would be in the early morning. And we'll try to sleep at higher elevation if possible. Alright, that's it for now. But we're slated to end our hike on Cesar's birthday. Yay! Alright, talk to you later. There's a sneak peek of the hexagonal basalt columns head on. It's like somebody got rid of a bunch of Legos and threw them on the ground. So cool. is Shadow Lake. Just getting some water before we ascend to Garnet Lake, which is where our campsite is. So gorgeous here. Oh, I finally got to Garnet Lake. It is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. It's prettier than I kind of thought it was going to be. We finally got our tent up right here on Garnet Lake. Took a little effort because the ground is so hard. As you can see, most of this is rock. We didn't cowboy camp because there is a slight chance of rain again. Don't want to get our stuff wet. Having some peanut noodles after the sunset. And there's our lake. Good morning. That's Banner Peak overlooking Garnet Lake with its gorgeous peninsulas.
Like that one. That's pretty.
You don't know which world is ours.
I got the little island there to tell which is which.
Yeah.
Yeah, the island.
Ruby Lake. And this is Emerald Lake. And that rounds out our 3 precious stone lakes: Garnet, Ruby, and Emerald. Thousand Island Lakes from lake level. We'll get a different angle when we go over Island Pass. Thousand Island Lakes. Personally, I prefer blue cheese. we just passed over Island Pass, which is a really weird pass. Yay! And we're at the 200-mile mark. Woohoo! So, onwards and upwards to Donohue Pass, our last pass of the JMT. 200! Yes! Just another 30 more to go, maybe, roughly.
Roughly?
Yay!
Yeah, getting there.
Waugh Lake. And our last pass is behind those distant trees. Way over there.
Ice cream.
Yeah, it's already
it's
coming out.
all
Mine's
over.
all off. Yeah. I gotta get more
I
fun.
think I have a white beard.
I have nothing on I keep rubbing all mine off. Alright, there's the top of Donohue. Right here. We just gotta get over this and we'll be into Yosemite. Yay!
Oh.
This is the last of the gummies for the last of the pass. The last pass. There, out in the distance, it's the last 2 weeks that we left behind us. And now we're on top of Donohue Pass, entering the last stretch. And it is amazing. We are now officially in Yosemite. Having left the Ansel Adams Wilderness. There's the sign. And yeah, it's a little hazy, but definitely not too bad as far as the fires go so far. And there's Lyle Canyon. And around the corner, Yosemite National Park. So kind of found, I think, the most beautiful campsite ever with the views of those tall mountains cirque in the back. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna get condensation, but who cares? Look at the view. I'd say this is the prettiest laundry room ever. Good morning. This is our last full day of hiking and sleeping at camp. We just left our stunning campsite just on the north side of Donohue Pass. We chose not to do a long day that day because we knew that if we kept hiking, we'd get into this canyon. This is Lyle Canyon, and as you can see, the smoke has just filled it with the cold air at night. We'd rather not breathe all that in if we can avoid it. So we slept at higher elevation today, or last night. But we're going into it now, so hopefully the warm air will start rising that smoke out of the canyon by the time we get there. This is our poop site. We're now in the bottom of Lyle Canyon. Not too shabby. Just a quick look back from where we came last night, and then this morning we dropped down into the valley. Wow. How lucky are we?
These are nice big ears. Very pretty.
It's a buck. There's two of them, one behind the other.
It's an opening.
I can see. Awesome. We just ate our weight's worth of food for lunch today here. Oh my gosh, the hiker hunger has hit us hard.
Past the post office.
So today is our 6-year anniversary, and we are at Upper Cathedral Lake, where we took a dip after our 18-mile hike to get here, and we are situating our tent just below Cathedral Peak. Seems befitting for a wedding anniversary. Without fail, whenever I try to videotape, Cesar ends up sticking his butt out near the tent. And here's a better view of Cathedral Peak behind our tent. This is our last night of camping on the JMT. This is night number 15. All right, it's our last night on the JMT.
Yeah.
Woohoo! We're sleeping at Cathedral Lakes, Upper Cathedral Lakes, and we have about 18 miles left on the trail tomorrow. And there's a lot of descent, about 6,000 feet of descent towards the second half of that. But then we have
Food. Burgers, steaks,
Well,
French fries,
we have Milwaukee
milkshakes.
Hotel to celebrate Cesar's birthday. Yay, tomorrow. And our anniversary's today. Anyways, great time. Great time. This trip was amazing. At first it was pretty hard, like I said, but good things come to patient people, and I don't know, there's something else. There's some other motto in there that I can't think of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, all good all
work.
all good things that are worth it are hard.
All worth it.
Yeah. So, there you go. Happy birthday, honey. Good morning. It's day number 16, our last day on the John Muir Trail, leaving Cathedral Lake and heading over this tiny little pass called Cathedral Pass, all downhill from here pretty much into Little Yosemite Valley and Happy Isles, the northern terminus, where we will celebrate the end of the JMT and Cesar's birthday today.
Hello, honey.
Oh my god, you were right here. Hi. I know, it's early morning for people to be walking by your home, isn't it?
Making all this noise.
Very sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Grouse. Are you missing your husband? Oh, I love this. We're going through the old fire burn area, and straight ahead of us is actually Half Dome. You can just see the little tip of it on the horizon there. I'll get a better view in a second. A lot of fire burn and some smoke. The John Muir Trail, Half Dome, Nevada Falls, Yosemite Valley. Getting there. Hello! It is noon. We just had our lunch. It's our last foot soak on the JMT. And yeah, we have the last day. And we have how many more miles, I think, now?
8.
Yeah, over 8 more miles
7, 8.
left on the whole trail. And all downhill. We have at least how many more feet to drop? I can't be sure. But if you check real quick, it's supposed to be from 4,000 to where were you?
We are 7,200.
So another 3,200 feet descent over 8 miles.
But it's gonna be awesome. When I get into Yosemite Valley, when I have awesome views of the valley, see waterfalls.
Yeah, we're actually just passing by Half Dome right now, the backside of Half Dome. We're
cool.
soaking in Sunrise Creek. Here's the backside of Half Dome. We can even make out teeny tiny people on the cables. Just, it won't zoom in well with this camera. Looking over Nevada Falls.
It's all downhill from here.
It's a bit of a zoo. Alright, the journey's over once you get to the car. We have gotten to the car. Oh my god. Yay! We did it. Yay!
Oh, I love you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.